All right, y'all, we're going to diagnose this Boudoir Facebook ad, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So, BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ads is under 6%. So, this means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ads. And we care about this because if they click somewhere on our ads, that means your Boudoir Facebook ad has entered their brain. And we care about that because if our Boudoir Facebook ad enters their brain, that's the only chance of them buying from us is greater than 0%. So the first thing though is we gotta get them to not scroll by and instead click somewhere, anywhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad. So this is the most important metric that we look at first when advertising. And this is what we need to optimize for first. It's kind of the highest leverage activity we can do for all of advertising. So we can see unique CTRL 4.34% there. And this is, we need to focus on this first because the unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. Extremely common, and it's what I keep seeing over and over and over and over again. Every single Boudoir Facebook ad I've seen and tested has BLCS, unique CTRL under 6%. And it's a problem because it's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes. 3 pre-click mistakes cause BLCS, and we'll get to more of those at the end. We also know that Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low click advertiser, a BLCA. So, building our universe here, we got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Solution: BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. And we know this because we invented it. Can't get this anywhere else from anyone else in the universe. And what we do is we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ad, leave the original as it is, and we actually treat the duplicated Boudoir Facebook ad, and that takes about a week, and then we keep whichever one running has the best metrics. And it's always been the Boudoir Pico treated ad that has the best metrics at the end of a week. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA, pre-click alignment. So we got rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes. We achieve pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So we got our full universe here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. It's easy, treated with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week. Achieve pre-click alignment and we become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. That is this universe. So my residency went out there, found some Boudoir Facebook ads out in the wild, brought them back to the hospital, tested the first one, found its unique CTRL was 4.3%. So unique CTRL under 6%. We know that BLCS is present. All right, so duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week. Got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. Awesome. So we found out the original was wasting 37% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend 6,300 bucks a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad in order to get the ad into the same number of women's brains in both scenarios. So 3,700 bucks a month, eliminated, wasted ad spend, eliminated, back in the owner's pocket. They no longer have to spend it, kind of like a phantom profit. And that's like 40K over the next 12 months without having to do any extra work. Second one, brought it to the hospital, tested it, unique CTRL 1.39%. So we know that BLCS is present. So did the same thing, duplicated, treated it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and we got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So we found out they were wasting, or the original was wasting 84% of its ad spend. And as a result, they spend 10 grand a month in the original Boudoir Facebook ad. Now they only need to spend 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad, and they can actually increase or get their ad into the same number of women's brains in both scenarios. So they've simply pocket that $8,400 a month, not needing to spend that ad spend anymore as a phantom bonus, back in their pocket, no extra work required, and that's like 100 grand bonus at the end of the year by simply getting their ad treated with Boudoir Pico. Finally, we got had a patient come in. His unique CTRL was 5.03%. So we knew that BLCS was present. Unique CTRL under 6% means BLCS is present. That is Boudoir low-click syndrome. So we treated it with Boudoir Pico. Took about a week. Got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So we found that the original was wasting 67% of ad spend. And wasting 67% of ad spend, that means they're spending 10 grand a month in the original. Now they only need to spend $3,300 a month with the Boudoir Pico treated ad and get their ad into the same number of women's brains in both scenarios. And this is, and they can pocket that $6,700 a month back in their pocket as kind of a phantom bonus. That's like $80K over the next 12 months. So big find here. The average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. So, I mean, look at the numbers here. We got wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. Take the average of those, it's probably somewhere 50 to 60%. So average Boudoir Facebook, so it's wasting about 50% of ad spend. So they're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads. Literally 5K every single month being wasted. That can be approximately 5K a month. It's being wasted. That can be eliminated. And approximately, that'd be like 60K back in their pocket over the next year. So now we're gonna diagnose this if we believe its unique CTRL is under 6%, aka see if it has Boudoir low-click syndrome. So we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we actually believe that what Facebook tells us to fill out for our Boudoir Facebook ads is what we should fill out, and that's best for us. In fact, it's not as best for Facebook because when we fill this out, all these things out, what causes more and more women to scroll by our ad, which means instead of clicking in, they're scrolling by, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low-click syndrome, and and actually and actually for Facebook, more women that scroll by our ads per unit time, Facebook can serve more ads per unit time, so it makes Facebook more money. So it's a really, really big mistake. Creative, no mistake here. Finally, we're going to look at the see more headline. First 2 and 3/4 lines, Facebook mobile news feed. All right, so the only words we get, it's time to goes. Your everyday routine. Okay, yeah, it's okay. We've got a few different points of context here. But we're missing some other major ones. So the false belief that caused us to make this the lack of context mistake is we believe we got enough of the right context that the right women clicking through and and actually optimize the amount of women clicking into our ad, clicking somewhere on our ad, the right women. So the consequence of this is way more women scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, resulting in or pulling unique CTRL under 6% and contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low-click syndrome. So after looking at everything, do I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has Boudoir low-click syndrome, unique CTRL under 6%? Yes, I do believe that. But we got a solution now. We got Boudoir Pico. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS, a Boudoir low click advertiser with Boudoir low click syndrome, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you're looking around at the market, you're seeing more Boudoir photographers enter the market every single day. You know, someone gets a new iPhone, all of a sudden they're throwing up a Google Maps profile saying they do boudoir photo shoots, or they get a new camera and they're, you know, they get a new camera and then they're posting the mom groups that they now do boudoir photo shoots. So it's basically more competition for the same number of buyers. So it's getting more competitive, more saturated out there in the marketplace, and so you're also seeing inflation and living costs, cost of living, taking that into account. So you've already been optimizing your business, trying to pull out more profit for ideally, less input, less work. Try to get a jump on all this and remain competitive. And you see Boudoir Pico can, save you approximately 5K in wasted boudoir ad spend. Eliminate that, about half the ad spend being wasted, and eliminate that and put that 5K back in your pocket instead of the Zuck's pocket, and that'd be approximately 60K over the next 12 months. And so you want this outcome, and you also want to achieve pre-click alignment to become a dominant boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost, because you need this to achieve that on your path to becoming the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM, and well, I don't have any, my patient intake is closed right now, but shoot me a DM and when my patient intake opens. So my DMs are closed, but patient intake's closed. But when my new patient intake opens, my DMs are open. Shoot me a DM and we'll see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.